Good morning and welcome to the Member Connect webinar series brought to you by ATEC in South Australia. My name is Dave Evans, the branch manager for the South Australian ATEC branch. Today we have a total of 4 presenters from the Fleurieu Peninsula region. They'll be talking about their products, and we also have Miranda from Fleurieu Peninsula Tourism to talk about the region overall. So we expect that the presentation will go for roughly around 30 minutes. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but if you have any questions on the right-hand side, there is a questions tab. Please post your questions in there throughout the presentation. We will bring those up at the end of the presenters. We won't have any questions throughout and during people presenting today. The session is being recorded, so if there is any reason why you might need to miss some of the presentation, then you can certainly log on and look at it later on, and also pass that link on to anyone else in your company or who you wish to share it with. So without any further ado, what I might do is I'll hand over the presentation to Miranda Lang from Fleurieu Peninsula Tourism to get us started.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks very much for joining in to find out a little bit more about the Fleurieu Peninsula. Thanks, Dave, for arranging this. We're all quite excited to always promote our wonderful part of South Australia. As you can see on the first slide, to put things in perspective of where the Fleurieu is, down here just south of Adelaide. So we're often known as a bit of the southern burbs of Adelaide. So in terms of accessibility, it's very close to Adelaide, as well as on the Melbourne to Adelaide touring route and gateway to Kangaroo Island. For any customers, visitors that are headed over to KI by car, they must go through the Fleurieu region. So what we're trying to do is just demonstrate and showcase some of the great things that we have in the region and why people should stop and visit us. So locally, we're really known as Adelaide's Playground. Again, because of the proximity and the diversity of the products that we have. So just to, again, to put things in perspective, it's very much the region where the locals go, and that's kind of an angle I want to take on for this brief presentation. Over 2.2 million domestic day visitors come down to the Fleurieu annually. And that's also over 665 domestic overnight. Very much popular region when it comes to getting away from the city, coming down to explore the vineyards of McLaren Vale and then the coast of Victor Harbor. We do have about 25,000 international visitors, and that's currently what our aim is to grow that and to really invite the visitors from overseas to come in and see what we as locals know is to be a fantastic region. You know, our mantra a little bit is if it's good enough for the locals, it's good enough for you. We really focus on food, wine, and adventure, and as you know, South Australia is holding strong claims to kind of the food and wine capital of Australia. I think they do a great job in promoting regional produce and food, and of course we have some fantastic wine regions within the state. So we're very fortunate that we think we have a bit of both, but as well as in our region in particular, it is about adventure and adventure product. So again, to put things in proximity, pardon me, in perspective, we've got Adelaide, and then we've got a key wine region of McLaren Vale, which is also very much an integral part when people are doing self-drive programs to Kangaroo Island, overnighting in McLaren Vale, then heading over to Kangaroo Island. It makes a lot of sense, and we'll hear from Mark from the McLaren Vale Motel apartments later on. But in terms of the destination, it has everything, great proximity to the city as well. Victor Harbor is another key hub that a lot of people kind of want to include that coastal activity and destination as part of their stay. And again, it leads well into McLaren Vale and going over to KI or to other places within the Fleurieu region. So from Adelaide to the start of the McLaren Vale region is really only 30 minutes. You can be in the heart of McLaren Vale within 45 minutes when you leave Adelaide. So you've got this great destination that is so close to the city, and that's probably why you have such a strong domestic market and interstate market. From Adelaide down to Victor Harbor, it's just over an hour's drive. So again, from McLaren Vale to Victor Harbor, 30 minutes. So everything is very close. Everything is very accessible. This is just one of my favorite shots of McLaren Vale. McLaren Vale really is unlike other wine regions that we have in the state. And like I said, we're very blessed to have Barossa, Clare Valley, Limestone Coast, the Coonawarra, as well as Langhorne Creek, other wine regions. But I think the unique thing about McLaren Vale is, again, you've got this Mediterranean climate that really lends itself to the quality of the regional produce of the food, as well as the grapes that's used for the winemaking. One of the things that I think is a real asset is that we do have the coast. So it's not just vineyards kind of on their isolated self, if you so to speak, but it's really a combination of the sea and the vines, which lends itself to a fantastic view and a really rich, healthy environment, and why we do have such great ecotourism as well down in this area. So unlike some areas, I do think we have that combination of great food and wine, as well as the scenery. This is what we like to say is one of our locals. So, you know, I think a lot of people think, you know, you have to only just go to Kangaroo Island to see the wildlife, but we have plenty of wildlife and kind of I like to say our crazy locals. But this is one of a shot that Greg Snell, who did our best job in the world, that he actually took this image here. Some of the experiences when it comes to food and wine, specifically with wine, we do have the blended bench where it is making your own wine, and that's done at Derenberg's in McLaren Vale, the heart of McLaren Vale, and it's very much, as you can see, a hands-on experience. Unlike other making your own wine type experiences, the wine that you produce here, that you bottle, you label, you make it your own, and you take it away, you actually have up to a year to drink it. So some of the other places, it actually takes a little bit, you have to drink it within a couple of days, but this has a longer shelf life, which is great, so people can actually take it home and drink it once they, you know, when they're ready to. So it just has a little bit of a different combination that allows it to have a longer shelf life. We do have the ecotourism aspect, which we're really proud to have Gemtree as part of our region, and Prue will go into that further. But we know ecotourism is very important to Australia and to South Australia, so we're happy to claim that we've got Gemtree that really gets it and delivers great product when it comes to ecotourism. Victor Harbor is also a very popular destination within the region. It's very much about activities and the adventure side of things, so very family friendly. We do have some iconic attractions, including the Little Penguins Center, and of course the horse-drawn tram, which is the only one in Australia. Again, adventure. So we've got the canoeing, we've got water sports, we've got the quad bikes, which is a new product in the region, hot air balloon, biplanes, skydiving, jet ski, a bit of everything. But one of our best claim to fame, I think, adventure packages that we have is our Big Duck boat tours, which is a year-round product that does sightseeing in the summertime, but also whale watching in the winter time. So it's very much a year-round destination. Off-piste tours, Ben will talk to you about this, but this tour is one of our newest products in the region. It's fantastic. It ticks all the boxes for experience, food, wine, and as well as meeting the locals. So you get to meet the local chef, you get to meet the unlike anyone else, and he'll talk about it a little bit more. But it is a great product, a great offering for people that are in Adelaide and that are looking for that guided tour that brings them into the region and really showcases the best of Australia. Accommodation, very much McLaren Vale and Victor Harbor are the hubs where people like to stay, so that they can again include the local destination in their itinerary when they're going Melbourne to Adelaide touring route, or they're going over to Kangaroo Island. Having just attended ATE, I was very impressed to hear that a lot more people are actually wanting to stay in McLaren Vale so they can then continue on to Kangaroo Island the following day. They just want to get out of the city and get into the region a little bit more and then continue on to KI. So Mark will talk a little bit more about his property, which is up here, which is beautifully located, again, very easily accessible to the vineyards as well. Like I said, it's nature and wildlife. That, as we know, is everywhere in Australia, but I think that is something that we take a little bit for granted, but it's that pristine, clean, very natural environment, and we're very proud of. So it's healthy lifestyle, it's the culture of living down in the region that I think really embraces with the locals, but, you know, demonstrating, you know, that we want to share that with others, getting out there, hiking, taking in the trails, and the natural beauty that we have around us. Just briefly, the Melbourne to Adelaide touring route is really important to the region. We do get a lot of our self-drive that's coming in through this. So through the Great Ocean Road, coming through Mount Gambier, possibly overnighting in Rogue, and then going over to Victor Harbour or McLaren, Vale, depending if they're going on to KI. We do have a lot more information on the Melbourne to Adelaide touring route. So again, I invite anybody, if they want more details, just to let me know. I'm happy to provide it. As I mentioned as well, gateway to Kangaroo Island, that's also very key to our region, and we want people that when they're going over to Kangaroo Island just to take some time, whether it's having lunch at Gemtree or Darrenberg's or overnighting at the McLarenville Motel, but to spend a little bit time in the region to get a sense, again, what the locals really consider passionate to their hearts is a place that really offers it all, and then continue on over to KI to experience that iconic stay on Kangaroo Island. So that's basically an overview of the region, and again, happy to answer any questions and provide more details, and looking forward to working with each of you to help better promote South Australia and the Fleurieu region. So that's it from me.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much, Miranda. So what we'll do now is we will shoot across to Ben Neville from Off-Piste Tours. So Ben, you should get the link just to show your screen in a second there, mate, and away you go when you're ready.
Great, thank you very much, Dave. Pleasure to be with you all. My name is Ben Neville. I'm the owner and operator of Off-Piste 4-Drive Tours, as Miranda mentioned. New product, very exciting for the region. Grew up running through the vines of our fabulous Fleurieu Peninsula through the McLaren Vale region. But it was time to bring a lot of my experience that I've had through tourism, which included working at the beautiful Longitude 131, using the amazing medium to high-end experience that I had out there with beautiful, simple food, dramatic landscapes, and I thought, well, you know, I can do all this back home, and it's been a real success. It's a very holistic type of journey, which incorporates the best of our food and wine, landscapes, beaches, and wonderful personalities that we have through the area. The Fleurieu is really such a fabulous region, only being 45-minute drive out of Adelaide, so it makes the commute very quick, which was always very appealing to set up an adventure product. Also, as Miranda said, it's been tagged as the adventure region for South Australia, which I was very happy about. And it's really bringing a different sense of a soft adventure touring experience through the region. Pickups from Adelaide and also through the region, including McLaren Vale and Victor Harbour. I thought it was quite important to be able to have that opportunity for guests who are also doing the self-drive, who wanted to decide to stay in the region, put the car keys away and let one of the locals come and pick up and experience the hidden treasures, which Off-Piste really has drilled down to unpack and rediscover. It's proving to be such an interesting product, as even the locals in the area are actually jumping on tour and yeah, rediscovering the area, which is just fabulous. So pick up from Adelaide, passengers are 2 to 10. It's a very intimate style of touring. The full-day tour, which journeys right down the western coast of the Fleurieu, is the most popular tour. Also have a couple of theme tours also, which you can have a look at the website after this, which includes a craft beer brewery tour, which has proved to be very exciting as we have 4 breweries through the region. We also enjoy lots of different type of activities and a lot of packages with a variety of different operators in the area, which includes the Elbow Room, who's actually also my caterer, who have a wonderful fork and grape tour, which is a food safari, which is quite complimentary to the region, as all the produce that Nigel Rich, the head chef of the Elbow Room, uses is sourced in the Fleurieu, which is, you know, creates a wonderful, very personal story when serving restaurant-grade food on tour. One of the main philosophies, I guess, was taking all the good things from inside, take it all outside, and really setting up beautiful lunch options, as you can see. Really, Nigel's there on the right-hand side, winemakers, Justin and Tom from Samuel's Gorge are also very good friends of mine, and yeah, my sister on the left as well. So it's a very intimate style of very rustic type of food offering through the adventure. On the high end as well, very important to really go that extra mile and unpack and deliver a very exceptional, exciting and authentic type of touring opportunity, getting really deep into the natural heartland of the Fleurieu, into areas that you can't access. I've worked very hard to really work together with Parks SA to be able to get into these incredible spots where, for instance, as you can see at the moment, this is an area that I used to go bushwalking with my mum, and I've been thrown the silver key to access the Onkapringa Gorge, which is this shot right here, and really have these wonderful, unforgettable moments that people are going to go with and remember for a long time. Working together with local operators and also the tourism peak body has been super important to be able to not only access these areas but really try and find the special spots to have this intimate style of touring. It's very flexible. I think it's very important these days, no matter if it's for the FIT market or someone wanting to spend the extra little bit of money, go the extra mile. Off-piste four-drive tours have responded very, very well to really nail that market down. This picture you can see, it's one of the most special spots that I used to go camping at when I was a young boy with my family. This is one of the most exceptional experiences that I've set up, which has proved to be very popular. But it's really going that extra mile to deliver a new style of tour. It is sidewalk facing seats, so I wanted to try and keep that outback type of adventure. So far so good. It's keeps the local domestic market very happy and also responds very well to the international market. Passengers aren't in the vehicle for longer than 45 minutes, so it gains a wonderful experience, which has a little bit of taste of the outback. Farm gate experience is very important, I guess, you know, through an area that does offer so much, as I mentioned before, as local produce. Really like to get behind the scenes, meet the winemakers, meet the farmers, you know, really be able to dine with the chefs and really unpack what's going on and being made and served on the plate. Intimate experience is very important. As you can see here, this is a barrel tasting up at Samuel's Gorge, but, you know, really let's take it to the next level. Let's have lunch in the barrel shed. So, you know, really compatible, really great group of operators in the area that are very passionate and ready to collaborate and have that special experience. Also, having good friends in the region really lets us offer a privileged type of touring here as well. People want to do something very special. This is the Murray Mouth, very iconic area of the region as well, and we can set up more on the high end of helicopter flights, as you can see here, which adds a lot of dimension and fun to actual touring. It's responded brilliantly with a whole range of the international market. A lot of my direct bookings at the moment have been responded mainly through, well, UK, European, Asian and North American markets. It's about 50% of my market at the moment, so yeah, it seems to be a tour that really has that a bit for everybody. So yeah, more than happy to work with you guys. Please do have a jump on my website, have a look at the products that we've got, and send me an email and I'll be more than happy to send through rates. But yeah, thank you very much and look forward to dealing with you.
Thanks very much, Ben. So now we're going to shoot across to Mark Vandeleur, who is from the McLaren Vale Motel and Apartment. So Mark, you should have the link there just to show your screen, and when that happens, you can get underway with your presentation. Thanks again, Ben.
Great, thank you, and welcome to McLaren Vale. My family have been in the area since 1958, and we ran the hotel and now the motel over the years. And so as Miranda and Ben have already said a bit of McLaren Vale and the region. I'll just reiterate a few other bits and pieces. Yes, it is where we can have a beach holiday, you can have a wine experience, the nature experience, so there is a lot to McLaren Vale. 39 kilometres south of Adelaide, so yes, it is a short drive, and you can get into it really quickly, the pre and post touring of course, and about an hour's drive to the ferry. So we do see a lot of internationals that are coming back off the boat, arrive about 9 o'clock at night, or heading out in the morning about 7. So we're a handy location that we're that bit closer to it. Again, only about 45 minutes up into Harndorf or down into Victor Harbour, and a lot coming through from the Great Ocean Road route, and then even straight into the airport for their flight out, being only 39 from the airport. One thing leads to another in McLaren Vale. There's lots of different routes that you can go around and see different things. The touring of the Fleurieu. It doesn't take long to get to most places. People can settle in for a few days and certainly see a lot of the Fleurieu and what we've got to offer. Just been voted one of top 10 cities in the world, Adelaide, and of course What If have got them as Australia's best city. Travel and Leisure magazine had us as an emerging hotspot a few years ago, and certainly the secret is getting out. McLaren Vale has 70-odd cellar doors, and there's probably a few more that haven't got cellar doors. You've got the Wine and Cheese Trail, the Farmers Market on Saturday mornings at Wollonga. You can do the scenic flight, take an art class where they actually paint with the vine. They cut the vine off, and then they stick that in the paint and paint on the canvas. You can learn to cook, and as Miranda said, the blending bench up at Darry's. Award-winning restaurants. I think in the last catering awards, there were 7 restaurants within the McLaren Vale region that had won awards. Tour Down Under is quite a big event in the McLaren Vale and the Wollonga region, and we're seeing a lot of bike riders coming through, international people that are hiring bikes as well and travelling the Fleurieu. On Capringa Gorge that Ben mentioned, not many people get down in there, so it's a great way to go and see it with Ben and to experience it. This gorge that's virtually within the city limits that people don't know about. Historic towns of Wollonga, the golf courses, the beaches, a lot of boutique beers in the region. Festivals, the sunsets, the tours, the food and wine matching, it's all here in McLaren Vale. And of course, not just the wine that we're renowned for now, is the beers as well. So our property itself, we're family owned and run. We're a 4-star motel, 4.5-star apartments. We're McLaren Vale's largest accommodation venue, and now all our rooms have been refurbished over the last 8 years or so. We've been going through and doing them in sections, and have now finished all of our accommodation. 25 motel units and 12 apartments. We've just started refurbishing our pool area and our boardroom, and we've got some exciting new things that are about to start, which I'll show you a bit later on. We're located off the road there and opposite the visitor centre, and we've got about 8 restaurants within 800 metres, so plenty of dining options that people can walk to each night. Don't have to worry about drinking and driving. As you can see, we're surrounded by the vineyards there and looking down towards Wollonga Hill, and off to the right is the ocean, so we are nice and close. Again, located off the road, it's quiet, we can get buses in if required, parking at your door. So our studio apartments, more a higher end product, but it is an apartment. People can stay for a longer time and do a bit of cooking themselves if they want, or with all those restaurants they may not want to. I know I wouldn't. They've got the full kitchen, the internet in the room. We've just had the NBN put on last week, so that's a bit faster for us, which is lovely. Kitchen, laundry, and they've got the unusual feature of fibre optic mood lighting in the bathroom. Now the lights change colour 6 times a minute. When it comes to green, that's your drinking colour to help get rid of a bit more McLaren Vale produce. Our 2-bedroom apartments for 2 couples travelling away together, or even families, can come as 2 king-size beds or a king and 2 singles. These sofa beds will also fold out for with an inner spring mattress, so if you need extra people as well. 3 LCD TVs, 3 air conditioners, all in these rooms. Also have the bathroom set up the same as the studios. Our executives again have been refurbished. They're older rooms that have been redone. They've got the barrel heaters, they've got leather reclining lounge chairs in them, DVD, Foxtel, king-size beds with pillow top mattresses. Corner spas, twin showers. Get someone to wash your back. 2-bedroom units were just finished last year, so again for families, these are very popular with the Asian groups, especially out of Singapore, where they've got sleeping for up to 7 people. They've got the queen and a single in the front room, queen and 2 singles in the back. They share a toilet and shower between the 2 rooms, but 2 vanity areas. So they turn up in the Tarago, got all the family, and they seem to enjoy these rooms. At family rooms, we have 4 of these. One is a disabled with really good wheelchair access, and one is a deluxe with spa. Again, they've got plenty of space, queen and 2 singles, and a mini kitchenette in these, so they can do some cooking if they want. Queen rooms, again, have only just been refurbished 2009. All new bathrooms and everything have gone into them, separate toilet and shower. Someone can be getting ready in the shower and someone else in the toilet, so there's no queues there. Parking at your door, plenty of space for people that have got trucks, trailers, vans if they're also travelling around. And we've got some lovely garden areas that are all in the middle that people can go there and enjoy, have a coffee, glass of wine at night, watching the sunsets, and all have breakfast out there in the mornings. About to start on a new project, and we've started on this. We're building a new room for about 60 people indoors. We'll have an outdoor plaza area, a conversation pit with a fireplace, gourmet barbecue, mini gym, sauna. The whole area, pool area, is being redecked, and we're just waiting on council permission for the new room, but we hope that will be in the next week or so. This is a view of what it will look from the main road, so it will give us a new appearance for the motel and the entrance into McLaren Vale. This is coming from the Adelaide side, so we are the first major business coming in. Also the look from our Caffrey Street entrance, with our current boardroom also to be upgraded. So we're going into about 3 or 4 stages with this, and it's about a $1.3 million project over the next few years, so it will transform the look of our property. Great in all seasons in McLaren Vale, so I'd love to meet your clients and new guests, and welcome them to McLaren Vale. So thanks for your time.
Okay, thank you very much, Mark. Okay, so last but not least, we have Prue Young, who's from Gemtree Wines. She's actually from our newest member to ATEC in South Australia. So Prue, you should have the link there to start your presentation whenever you're ready.
Fantastic, thanks very much. Hello everybody. Basically I'll just start really by giving you a little bit of a background on Gemtree Wines, because everyone else has done a fantastic job featuring the region, so I'll just jump straight in. Basically, we've been grape growers since 1969, so we've got a massive history in winemaking and wine growing. We're 3rd generation winemakers, and we've always had, basically since Melissa came into the company. Melissa is a biodynamic viticulturalist and the daughter of the original owners, Paul and Jill Buttery. When she came into the company, she brought with her a real sustainable focus on farming. But even before that, in 1998, the family did sequester a 10-hectare wetlands area. It was located in the heart of the Gemtree vineyard, so basically they looked at returning the land to its original form, taking all of the rubbish out of this site and making it a protected area, which now has 5 interlinking dams. There's been over 50,000 trees planted on the property, so it really adds to the whole health of the vineyard and creates that real holistic environment for the flora and fauna. When Melissa came in, she, again, like I said, she brought with her that sustainable focus. So she converted everything to farming biodynamically. Biodynamics is a little bit different from organics. I won't go into the real nitty-gritty of it, but basically it recognises a relationship between the lunar cycle and the land, and it dictates the timing of when certain farming practices should be done. Otherwise, other than that, the vineyards are certified organic, which I think people are more familiar with. Obviously, it's not adding pesticides, keeping the land as natural as possible, and not having all of those additives. So we have been certified now since 2011, currently certified by ACO, and we've now got 332 acres of vineyards, which is quite a big increase from what we had originally. Moving on, early last year we actually formalised a partnership with a Chinese investor from the Taifeng Group. So we now have a sales force over there and a distribution network across 20 provinces, and we have cellar doors in five of the key cities over in China now. Obviously that partnership allowed us to acquisition the winery in McLaren Flat. So we now own the Kangaroo Road winery, which is now operating as the Gemtree winery. So we now control all of our production from there. And we also built and opened our very first sustainable cellar door in April of last year. So that has opened up our opportunity to do so much more in the area. We were originally just operating out of our head office and doing cellar door sales from there. So now people can actually go to our cellar door. As I said, it's sustainable, so everything about it is recycled, reconstituted products. So it really encapsulates our whole ethos of our company now. Our winemaker, chief winemaker Mike Brown, is actually married to our biodynamic viticulturalist Melissa Brown, and so they very much work together to make our award-winning wines. And I think it's that partnership that really strengthens, what we have to offer. And both of them are so passionate. When I move on to telling you a little bit about our tours, when they're available, they love to jump down and meet people who are coming through. And particularly if we've got VIPs coming down, they will be there, no questions asked. They just love sharing their story and everything that they stand for. And obviously sustainability, with everything from our farming practices, Mike's approach is very hands-off. Not that he neglects the fruit, but he figures Melissa has done such a fantastic job, creating this amazing fruit that, he really doesn't have to do a lot to it to produce these amazing wines. So we really look for pure expression of fruit in what we do, and our whole so I suppose our tagline to encapsulate that is we grow better wines naturally. So now that we have this cellar door facility, we've got the Wetland Eco Trail, we really wanted to be able to share that with people. We figured we've actually got quite a unique offering in McLaren Vale. There's no other standalone sustainable cellar door that's made the way that ours is, and no one who has that wetland area, on the property. It's literally a walking distance from our cellar door. So a real fantastic opportunity for people to, sort of wander through there, experience the natural beauty of that wetlands area, complete with an amazing, variety of flora and fauna. They can come through. There's, kangaroos, popping through there, hundreds of bird species, frogs, everything, and obviously, all related to the seasons as well. So we started working with sort of local tourism bodies and looking at what opportunities there were for us, and we've launched these 2 eco tour packages. The first one, we call it our Uncut Vines tour. So that one just focuses on the Gemtree wetlands. We will start the tour off there. We'll take them around the wetlands area, showing them the key points along the track, and then we'll move on, walk straight into the vines. Our vineyard is literally right next door. It's, as I said, the wetland is located in the heart of one of our vineyard areas. So we will walk them through that vineyard. We will take the wines, a few of the wines down with us, so they can, the guests can actually taste the wine that has come off of that particular vine, which is obviously fantastic, especially during the warmer months. And then we'll walk them straight up to cellar door. They can finish off their tasting of all of our organic wines, and basically just enjoy the gorgeous view from our deck, which looks the whole way down through to the ocean. So the one advantage we do have as well is that we have Mandarin-speaking guides. The tours can be delivered obviously in English or Mandarin, as we have several Mandarin-speaking staff in our office. I won't take you through all the pricing, but we do have commission rate pricing, so I'll have all this information through to Dave afterwards, and more than happy to speak with you about any specific questions. And then our second tour is really the same as the first tour, but we add an extra half an hour on, and we include lunch at our cellar door. We serve regional food platters and cheese platters. Everything is sourced locally and organic. So yeah, again, it's just everything that we sort of stand for, and really just a fantastic opportunity for us to showcase what we do, what we stand for, what we believe in, and yeah, hopefully get people really excited about the land and our vines and our farming practices. So that's all for me really, but I'm more than happy to take any questions now or even after the session.
Okay, thank you very much, Prue. So that concludes the presentation for today. For any of our attendees who wish to ask any questions, now would be the time. So you can do that by typing it into the question box on the right-hand side there, and we'll pose the questions and unmute your line so that you can ask that directly to the presenters. And just while we do that, just as a follow-up, there will be some information sent out, including the contact details for all of the presenters who are on the webinar today. So you will receive those, as well as the link to the recorded presentation. So as I said, you know, if you know of people in your organisation who should be looking at these type of training presentations, please forward it on to them. We also have a few former presentations we've done in the past few months that are available too, so Kangaroo Island, Barossa Valley, etc. So if you would like any of those presentations sent to you, you can certainly email me, which is just david.evans@atec.net.au. Alright, well we don't have any questions there, so you can always send those through at a later time. I just wanted to thank everyone for your attendance this morning and your time, and also to our presenters for their time today in preparing what they've done for their training and education program today. So thank you everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day.